What's happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in my city say, what up, doe? What up? What up, doe? What up? What up, doe? Salute, salute, salute. Big M, if you're in here, when you came, it said that you needed to. It wouldn't let me bring you up here, so come back up. But yeah, salute, salute, salute. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use, y'all. Y'all heard me say it? You can't say I didn't. It's in the chizzy chat. It's in the description. Let me salute to the replay gang, leave yours truly in the biggest M I know, a comment, let us know what you think. We can agree to disagree, or we can just flat out disagree, and we can still be family, To my bushwatchers, I see y'all up there. I see y'all. Salute. Yeah, bushwatchers, fall out, shake out, whatever you got to do. Maybe come engage or just stay in the bushes. But while you're there, take whatever finger you would like. Real smooth like, real cool like, real true like. And tap on that thumbs up button for yours truly in the biggest M I know, Like, comment, share the live in my tickety-tockety voice, Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Subscribe. It's free 99. All those things are free, But if you would like to join the family, because I must say me and Big M did agree, you would look better in green over here, Just our opinion, but doesn't really matter, Big M, are you in here? Get up here, Big M. But yeah, y'all, I dropped our Discord link yesterday. And I think Big M is gonna be in charge of the Discord, y'all. I haven't asked her yet, but I think she would be good with the Discord. But yeah, that's in the works. We're still working on the Discord, y'all. And again, anybody that me and Big M do not know, to be in our Discord, you do have to show yourself one time. We are not playing in our safe space no. We would rather have quality over quantity. We don't care if there's 3 of us back there. We don't. The Discord isn't for Joe Blow, Dick, Mary, John, and Henry, okay? We're trying to build a team. Yeah. And again, our team does not have to be big. We are cool with that, So, moving right along. So, y'all, there's a story about a guy named Gregory Green from Detroit. Yeah, Detroit, mother effing Michigan, wouldn't you know? This man unalived his pregnant girlfriend, did 16 years just to get out, live some life, and then unalive 4 children and slice his wife's neck, and she survived the attack. 2 of the children were his stepkids, 2 were his biological kids. Wow. So let's listen to this story, y'all. Another fucking crazy one about Detroit. Another crazy one, and the crazy thing is, at the end of this, the mother stands right in front of him and talks to him. Victim statement. She had to address Mr. Gregory Green. I'm glad she survived, but damn, all 4 of the shorties, yo. May they rest in peace. Man, this is a tragic story. Another tragic one out of Detroit, y'all. Welcome to Detroit City.
A father accused of killing 4 children and torturing his wife. Today, Gregory Green faced a judge for the first time. 7 Action News reporter Simon Shaquette is live in Dearborn Heights to tell us what happened in court today. Simon.
Joanne, the suspect had almost nothing to say here in court. The judge ordering him held without any bond at the Wayne County Jail. Gregory Green only spoke for a moment very quietly. We can show you that footage from inside the courtroom. He did say that he did not need to be granted bond. The 49-year-old man facing up to 5 life sentences for allegedly murdering his 2 children and 2 stepchildren, also slashing his wife's throat and shooting her in the foot. Police say yesterday at their home on Hip Street, Green's 39-year-old wife was found in the basement bound with duct tape and zip ties. She remains hospitalized. The 4 children were all found dead at the home. Now, during court today, the prosecutor was adamant that Green poses a huge threat to society and must be confined to a jail cell prior to any trial. Take a listen.
Your Honor, based on the fact that this defendant is charged with 5 potential life offenses, his previous criminal history, the heinousness of this act, and the fact that the people believe that the chances of conviction are very strong, we would ask you obviously to remand this defendant.
Now, during today's court hearing, there were no family members present here. We've also learned that Green will be back for yet another hearing in about 2 weeks. Live in Dearborn Heights, Simon Shakette, 7 Action News.
Simon, thank you. Saying, quote, "There is nothing that better illustrates the silence of violence than this case. A confluence of events led to the deaths of 4 beautiful children. The alleged evidence in this case will show an appalling level of domestic violence that was cataclysmic. We must push the issue of domestic violence back to the forefront and be constantly educated about it." Again, Kim Worthy, Wayne County prosecutor. Meantime, the father of the murdered teens, Chadney Allen and Cara Allen, is talking with 7 Action News. He says of his children, quote, "They didn't give me any red flags." You're going to hear from him starting today on 7 Action News at 5. Meantime, what a troubling past Gregory Green has. Take a look at his criminal record now. He previously served time for the murder of his first wife, Tanya. That was back in 1991. He pleaded no contest to second-degree murder and was released from prison in 2008 after being denied parole 4 times. Records show his current wife, Faith, filed for divorce last year, but then stopped the proceedings. She filed again last month. Lots of people have been pouring out their hearts to this family. We caught up with a first grader today who dropped off her favorite stuffed animal at the memorial in front of the family's home. She was visiting the memorial with her mother. She went to summer camp with a 6-year-old girl, Coy, who was one of those killed.
She was my really best friend. And my heart just breaks for not only the mother, the other parent involved, the grandparents, the rest of the family. It's so heartbreaking.
There will be a vigil for the family tonight. That is set for 7 o'clock tonight at Polk Elementary School. That's at the intersection of Annapolis and Hip.
Wow. Yeah.
Faith Green continues to be she worked with here along with the people that she cared for, and now all of them are coming together to help her.
It's a very hard thing to wrap your head around.
For Carrie Walkley, the shock still hasn't worn off after learning Faith Green, her friend and coworker, a mother of 4, was slashed and shot yesterday, allegedly by her husband. 2 of her children were also shot to death, and 2 more poisoned to death with carbon monoxide, all after Faith had filed for divorce.
Almost like it's surreal, like it's something you'd see on TV, and that it couldn't be someone in our company, someone that we knew.
She was very, very professional, bright, shining smile, very energetic.
Gregory Green is described as a monster who had already served a lengthy prison sentence for murdering a previous wife who was also pregnant. This October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and Faith's friends are praying this never happens again, also raising money to assist family through a new account at GoFundMe.com/TeamFaithG.
Domestic violence, it's huge. It's something going on that I don't think there's enough attention brought to it. I had no idea there was anything going on, She never brought up anything related to her husband or her fear.
I think there's something in the system that we need to really do to reach out to protect these women, so these types of crimes don't happen.
Both co-workers we spoke with here at attendant care companies recall Faith's warm heart and desire to help patients with spinal cord injuries while working as a visiting home caregiver. Now her patients are among those praying she recover in the hospital and somehow find the strength to cope with unthinkable tragedy.
She put everything into caring for other people, that not only just as a mom, but as her career, she chose to the well-being of other people. Their needs came first.
Now, if you would like to help, we've put a link on our website. Just go to wxyz.com and you can donate money right there and get in touch. We'll send it back to you.
In 1991, they show that Gregory Green killed his then wife, Tanya Green, in this neighborhood here on Detroit's west side. She was 6 months pregnant. Get this. He called police, waited for them, then told them what he had just done. The exact same thing police say he did in Dearborn Heights this morning. A man who lived here 25 years ago remembers it.
I believe she was shot.
Okay.
It's been so long ago. I think it was a young man that killed her.
Her husband, by chance?
A boyfriend or a husband.
He didn't want us to show his face. He still lives here on Coyle Street, near the house where the murder happened. So long ago, it was recently purchased by a new family, fixing it up. Back in 1991, Gregory Green, then 24 years old, would plead no contest to second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 15 to 25 years in prison. That started in 1992. He was released on parole in 2008. And neighbors say that's about the time he moved into his current house here in Dearborn Heights. They say he had a stormy relationship with his new wife. She had 2 teenage kids, a son and daughter, who police sources say were shot execution style with a 9mm handgun. 2 daughters the couple had together, ages 4 and 6, were asphyxiated, put in a car with a tube leading from the tailpipe to the inside. They were then carried into their beds. Their mother, Faith Green, police sources say, was not killed, so she would suffer the loss of her 4 kids. Greg Green called 911, waited for police to come to their house. So many people today asking why this had to happen.
It's terrible for the family and the children. He should apologize to the family, you know.
Now we're digging even deeper into the records of this husband, this killer, this father. He wanted out of prison several times, but he was denied 4 times. The answers why might give us insight into more of what police say he did today. We'll see you next hour at 6 with that report. Live on Detroit.
Wow. How did you plead not? It was probably a plea deal. It was for sure. Big M, salute, 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 Big M.
Salute.
What is going on?
Oh, wow.
What you mean, oh wow?
Oops.
Have you did you hear about this case about, I think it was 7 years ago?
No, not really. I didn't even hear it. I just came back in. Had to restart my computer.
So this man, Gregory Green, yo, he, in 1991, he unalived his first wife, who was 6 months pregnant. He pleaded no contest. He was sentenced in 1992. He was sentenced to, 15 to something. He did 18 years, okay? Got out. And then 9 years ago, he killed he killed 4 kids. 2 were his biological kids and 2 were the stepkids. And then he tied the mother up, slit her throat, and made sure she didn't unalive, so she would have to live and suffer, knowing all her kids were unalived. And she talks at his sentencing.
I remember that.
I never heard of that one. Last night when I was doing my thing, I was like, wow. Like at first I was like,
he actually killed them in front of her.
oh man. Yeah, I didn't watch her victim statement yet. But yeah, I only watched the first one when I heard it, I was like, damn, this is crazy. And then it said that his history and he unalived his first wife. I was like, get the fuck up out of here. And of course, Kim Worthy does a statement, and we're talking about 25 years ago, yo, and this bitch is still saying the same shit.
It's a script for her.
Say it again, Big M.
It's a script for her.
This shit is crazy. I can't believe this fucking story. I ain't never heard this one, y'all. This one's crazy. Let's keep. There's only like 2 more clips. There's a couple, y'all. Last night again. If you really did, man, Detroit has a lot of fucked up stories, and I think it's helping me, honestly. I would try it. There is a lot of fucked up, diabolical, black, white, purple, green, red, yellow, the fuck going on in a fucking America, y'all. Wow.
All right.
That winning feeling you love? Bring it.
And we've been digging into records going back to 1991. They show that Gregory Green killed his then wife, Tanya Green, in this neighborhood here on Detroit's west side. She was 6 months pregnant.
Through the pain, the mother of those 4 young children murdered in Dearborn Heights looks on as the man charged with killing them appears in court. It tops Local 4 News today at 5. Faith Green made her second public appearance today in the 2 weeks since the murders of her children.
And Faith Green unexpectedly showed up in court today in a wheelchair as her husband stood there in chains. Rod Maloney joins us now. And Rod, it's hard to imagine what she was feeling in that courtroom today.
You know what I'm going to say. I cannot stand a coulda, woulda, shoulda, but wow. I'm just saying, I cannot imagine Faith Green. Wow. Did you see her? She was like looking away, like she couldn't even look at that dude.
Man.
Faith Green, bro, we salute to you, flowers to you. This was 7 years ago, y'all. I wonder how I hope she's doing wonderful now. She survived. Man, my heart is just, I feel for that woman, man.
Yeah, it's like this was your husband, the man you love. You'll spend the rest of your life with this man. And he killed your kids. Even his kid. That's diabolical.
Yeah, especially this was not a boyfriend like you just said. This was her husband, y'all. And if you believe and you know, marriage is a huge vow and commitment that you take. Oh wow. You know, I really I'm gonna go look on Facebook and see if she got a Facebook. See, I hope she's doing okay. Wow.
Wow, Jesse Jackson did.
Huh?
Jesse Jackson died today.
Oh, what? No way.
Yeah, Reverend Jesse Jackson died today.
Not the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
I'm just reading it I just got a text message.
I didn't even see that yet. Wow. Well, may he rest his soul in paradise.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta celebrate. We were doing it backwards. We're supposed to celebrate people, you know, going to, you know, the prize. We gotta rejoice. It says it in Corinthians. We gotta rejoice. But yeah, wow, may he rest in peace.
A lot of emotion, Carmen, and let's think about this. Faith Green has got to be mentally and physically scarred by all of what happened here in this house just 2 weeks ago. They have the memorials up here for her, and as emotionally and physically damaged as she may be, she still appears to want to see her husband's trek through the court system. Even before today's probable cause hearing, Faith Green and her family took seats in the 20th District courtroom. As she did at her children's funeral, Faith sat in a wheelchair, unable to walk because of the gunshot she received in her foot during the murders. She also wore a black hat with a veil to hide her face slashed with a box cutter. A blanket on her lap, Faith held hands with her sister as they watched Faith's husband, 49-year-old Gregory Green, walk into court. Unlike his arraignment, he wore shoes and didn't wear ankle chains, and he had an attorney. The hearing went less than 2 minutes, and Gregory Green's attorney, who'd already filed the paperwork, told the judge he was investigating an insanity defense. Charles Longstreet II said Green's behavior the night of the murders, calling 911 and waiting for police to arrest him on his front steps, shows mental incapacity.
I felt it was appropriate to get the ball rolling, so to say, in regards to establishing a insanity defense. It doesn't mean that there's going to be that defense. I just have to send him to the forensic center to determine whether that's going to be a viable defense for me to use.
So Green will be off for a psychiatric evaluation, which could take upwards of 2 months, which forced the court to postpone Green's preliminary hearing, which was originally scheduled for next week. Now, there are a lot of surprises in this. Yes, Faith Green showed up in court today, but there was also new revelation about how it was that Gregory Green got out of prison and how it is he got paroled, and it has to do with Faith Green's father in an ironic twist that you just cannot make up. It is so sad. We're going to talk more about that on Local 4 News at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, they're going to be getting ready for a preliminary.
What? Get the man. I didn't see that one yet, but wouldn't you know?
My bad.
It's crazy. Like, her daddy got him out, man. Wow. Okay, y'all. Hold on a second. Let's see. Big M. I gotta ask for your advice, because, you know, this is our channel, you know. So, hold on. We had a comment left for us today. It says right here, this is from Samisha Young. She says, "You went out there 2 days in a row and was scared to walk on the river." I did, because I do this for real, not coming content. If you were doing this from the heart, you wouldn't have fear when it comes to Naziah. Real boots on the ground shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. You needed DPD to defend you using white power. Looks like I was right again. I already told you DPD wasn't on they shit, but you were kissing ass, remember? You was the main one on Tina Ripley's ass. But keep up the good work, JJ. Can I get your advice real quick? I did not comment back.
Heck, you know. Heck, you know. What's wrong with this woman? I'm sorry, I'm just waking up. I was up this morning.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just like, I'm blown. I don't know which part I'm blown about, like the white power part, like, the like what I shouldn't have no fear. So that means like go die. Basically, go die.
Go kill yourself. Put the name in.
That's exactly what she's telling me to do, y'all. Wow. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, Big M. I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy. I'm gonna delete that comment though. How many fucking YouTubes does this woman have? God damn.
2 hours ago.
Yeah, like how many? You know,
I mean, it's gonna be obsession with.
Dude, she loves me, but it's still a hard no. I keep telling this woman it's a hard fucking no. But she is in love. I'm telling you, in love with me, dude. She's probably recording us right now.
We'll do it for the channel, okay?
That's what I'm saying. She might be our biggest fan.
Well, take her down for the child, for the cat. Holler at her for the channel so she can leave us alone.
I'll see you on the 6th, Amisha.
Said she gave you a kiss that'll hold you over for a little while.
Right, now go sit your ass down. And and I feel weird even doing that virtually. Ugh.
That's what she wanted. I don't know.
Green's mother has never wavered. Her
It's a hard no, Mimi. She's in love. She's in love. And it's a no. You're not my type. Fuck no.
daughter's killer, whatever the motive, she says, should be punished to the highest level. Tammy Green's mother has never wavered. Her daughter's killer, whatever the motive, she says, should be punished to the highest level the law allows.
I would like to see that person come to justice.
Does it bother you that it's taken this long and so far you still?
It don't bother me how long it takes. I just want them to pay for what they did.
Just days after I spoke to Brenda Green in May of 2008, the victim's family thought they had reason to finally celebrate some closure when Detroit Police Chief Ella Bully Cummings, in a hastily called press conference, said the department had identified a suspect. Strawberry, as the exotic dancer was known, had been killed in a feud between rival drug dealers and was not murdered in a scenario.
Hold on a minute. Did I hit the wrong button? What the heck?
That's the woman they claim Kwame killed.
Yeah, that's yeah. 8 years ago.
We know that Gregory Green is responsible for some heinous crimes and he will likely die in prison.
You are a con artist, you are a monster, you are a devil in disguise. You are now forever exposed.
Faith Green facing the man she married, the father for 2 little girls, and the monster who would murder all 4 of her children, Chadney, Kara, Coy, and Kaylee.
There's no punishment that fits the crime. Not even torture and death would be justice. Your justice will come when you burn in hell for all eternity for murdering 4 innocent children.
Green fatally shot his 2 teenage stepchildren in front of their mother, and prosecutors say he planned the killings for at least a week, going to Home Depot to buy piping to alter the exhaust on his car so he could murder his 2 little girls. And at his sentencing today, Faith Green said he carried out the killings and tortured her because he was insecure as a man. Dearborn Heights police say Gregory Green thought his wife was cheating on him.
I can still feel the zip ties around my wrist, and it triggers horrible memories of that night.
Well, first of all, it's in God's hands, and only He can judge.
In 1991,
They said only God can judge.
You and Shell Baby did tell whoa you and Shell Baby did tell me that He is the only judge and He forgives all. If they are true and He knows your heart, so He knows if you really forgive or not. But it's given just His attitude, the way He said it. It's too soon for you to even say that, motherfucker. And we can dog walk in because this is a closed case. How dare him, man? He should have turned around. Go ahead, Big M.
No, I'm just laughing at. He said only God can judge me.
Oh.
You ain't even say it like you really meant it.
And like you killed your first fucking wife, my dude, and that was 6 months pregnant. And okay, Big M, let me ask you this. Ooh, I wish Shell Baby was in here. What about this case? Because this is the first time we ever had one. This man killed his first wife, did 16 fucking years. She was 6 months pregnant, remind you. Got out because of Faith Green's father. That woman we see speaking. What do you think? So what about if you do it twice? He still forgives all, right?
He forgive him, but I don't think he gonna be.
I don't think he's going to be pure enough. I don't think it's going to be real enough because it says right in the Bible, God, the one that He says that judge, motherfucker, He knows your real intent. Me and Big M might not, your wife may not have, but guess what? That man you referring to, he knows your every motherfucking ill intent in your real fucking heart. And it's giving, you're going to hell. I said it.
When Gregory Green stabbed his first wife to death, she was pregnant. He served 16 years in prison. Faith's family apparently thought he was a changed man. 2 weeks ago, Green pleaded guilty to 4 counts of second-degree murder for killing the children and guilty to torturing Faith.
I will.
And I'll be damned. He took a plea deal. He was offered a plea. But he's still doing life, but still. How the fuck they offer a plea in a fucking life sentence, Big M?
They have to offer a plea before going to trial.
Man, dude even said it. He said, I don't deserve bond. He straight said, he said, lock me up, throw away the key. Dog said it. It's in God's hands. Whoa! How dare you, dog?
Be forever in pain and heartbreak. This wound will never heal. This wound will never heal.
All I've ever wanted was a God-fearing helpmate that would support me and be faithful no matter what.
I look at you when you appear utterly unmoved.
Following the plea agreement, the judge sentenced Gregory Green to 47 to 100 years in prison.
I'm convinced that you will be incarcerated.
Wait a fucking minute! What? Oh my goodness! I thought he got life. I'm blowed the fuck back. 47 fucking years. Wow.
For the remainder of your life.
Thank you!
Hold on.
And Carol and Gregory Green will.
Oh, fuck that. They should have stood up and kept clapping and then stomping their feet talking about we will rock you. What the fuck? How come they can't treat the fucking jail people or the inmates like that when they act all crazy? But they got, you see how quick them motherfuckers had to shut up? That's crazy to me. That's fucking nuts. Ooh. What? And you just gave them a minimum of 47?
Be eligible for parole when he's 97 years old. Back to you.
Just hard to imagine listening to her today. Kim, no doubt Faith Green has filed or is going to file for divorce from this man. So what do we know about that? And more importantly, how's she doing? Could you get a sense in court?
She's a broken woman. I'm not going to lie. She's clearly a broken woman. She did not want to talk after the sentencing, understandably. She has a lot of family support around her. Her family is a very faith-based family, I can tell you that. Court records do show that she filed for divorce from Gregory Green in August, and in December, just weeks before Christmas, she was granted a default judgment. Back to you.
So that's a little bit of good news for her. And boy, our thoughts and prayers are with her because she's got a long road to hoe. Thank you so much, Kim. Glenda.
Carolyn, right? The Hard Rock Bet Casino app, that's built on trust. So what you see when you sign up is actually.
Her pain is unimaginable. A mother who is forced to look on as her children were murdered at the hands of her own husband is speaking out tonight for the very first time.
Because it's like my heart is broken. And it's like you try to, I don't know, you try to find stuff to fill it with, but it's just like you still have this big black hole in your heart that's never going to be filled.
On September 21st, 2017, Faith Green's life was shattered to pieces.
It was that day her husband, Gregory Green, spun into a rage, murdering his 2 children and 2 stepchildren inside their Dearborn Heights home. Green's attention then turned to his wife, Faith. She was stabbed and beaten to within inches of her life.
Since that day, Faith Green has only spoken publicly in a courtroom, addressing the man who took her family from her. But in her first sit-down interview, Faith is opening up to our Kimberly Gill about the wounds that time won't heal and why she's so thankful to so many. Kim?
Yeah, guys, you're right. And, you know, we cover a lot of her.
You know, Faith, you are not lying. People try to say time heals all wounds. No, the fuck it don't, y'all. It helps us cope. We just learn to deal with this shit, you know, in our own special, unique, individual way. And I mean individual way. So I shout out for that statement. I had to come off mute for that one, Faith. Because, you know, I can not relate. I mean, as I sat here and listened to her, you know, people who go through things, who can relate. I can't say I lost my shorty, but I did lose the first love of my life. And that shit hurt. Like, it's not for the weak. And, yeah. So I needed to say thank you, Faith, for that statement. Because time does not heal. It don't. Time makes you better or it breaks you. That's what it does. And time don't heal shit. Time goes on. Time keeps moving. And you either keep moving with it or you don't. So, wonderful statement, Faith Green. Shout out to you for that.
Horrific stories working in the news business, and this is one that has stuck with me and a lot of other people for the past 2 years. To say that Faith Green is a strong woman is an understatement. In the midst of everything she's been through, when I spoke to her, her biggest concern now is thanking the people who helped her and helping others while keeping her children's memory alive.
Deepest sympathy. We love you, Apostles Terrence and Victoria Blunt.
Faith Green has tried to read every single one of the hundreds of cards and handwritten letters sent to her during the past 2 years.
Actually, I had to have my family help read a lot of them because it was hard to, to read them. It's emotional. It's still hard.
Do y'all see that scar on her face? She's reminded every day. Right there on her, I didn't know that. I thought he did her neck, but I guess we know how Detroit likes to report. But, and not only all that, but that dude is evil. Man, you tied her up, made her watch, man. And it's the second time you done hurt a shorty and a woman. So you don't, man, go ahead, Big M.
No, but just saying diabolical.
Oh man, my stomach is cringing. I'm over here cringing, dude. I never heard this story. This one got me cringing, man. Prayers for Faith, man. Cause I'm not gonna call her Faith G, cause that's not her last name no more. So I think she's probably. I'm sorry for calling you that in the past. I apologize, Faith.
Life has not gotten easier. She lives every second with the mental, emotional, and physical scars left by her husband, and she can't stop thinking about her 4 children.
I miss them so much, and it's hard to go on when you see people with their kids, and then if you have to go to the store, it's like you try to hurry up and pass the clothes, because then it's like, oh, I would have bought that for them, and then it's like, even though people may say oh, she's smiling, she looks okay, but really I'm not. I don't know, I gotta go on,
How are you doing? I mean, you mentioned the short-term memory.
This woman is a soul survivor, and I'm like, I don't understand what is keeping her going, man. She lost all 4 her heartbeats. Like, wow. She's strong, man. I'm about to go look her up on Facebook. I wish I knew her maiden name, y'all. Damn it. I want to be her friend because, man, she's strong, yo. That woman right there is strong. Anyone out there doing the same thing, you are fucking strong. I need y'all to know that. Because it ain't easy.
Loss.
Honestly, I have a lot of bad days. My depression has gotten worse. Like I used to didn't believe those commercials where they say depression hurts. It really hurts. There's days I cannot get up. I have to like kind of pep talk myself. It's just it's a hard day. It's hard. This year is worse than
Big M, check the back chat.
last year.
Worse because as time passes, the reality of what happened is slowly sinking in. One of the things that keeps her going is the outpouring of support she's received from all over the world.
I did write something to tell everybody. I'm sorry.
Take your time. Take your time.
I just wanted to take this time out to say thank you to everyone that donated in any way to help my family and I during the tragedy we gone through. So many people wrote letters, sent flowers, visited me, and prepared food.
Well, you couldn't possibly write everybody back that wrote you.
I wanted to, but it was just every time I thought about it, I'm just like, oh my God, it's overwhelming, and I didn't want people to think like I forgot about them or because they reached out to me and helped me.
As she tries to heal, her focus is also on helping others. She's holding a memorial this Sunday in honor of her children. It's a celebration where she's also raising money for scholarships.
I hope that it helps somebody else that lost a child, whether it's to murder or disease. When you lose a child, I can't even explain it. Once you're a mom and you give birth, that connection, and it's a hard thing to deal with. It's very hard, whether it's one, whether it's four, it's very hard, and it's like, I don't know if you ever really come to the realization of it.
She is an incredibly strong woman, and as I said, she wants to help others. So here's more information about the memorial celebration that's happening this Sunday. It's going to be in Dearborn Heights at O.W. Best Middle School. It starts at 1 p.m. It goes till 4. There will be music, a bounce house, giveaways, and light refreshments. And you can donate to that scholarship fund in her children's name through the Faith Foundation PayPal account. We've put a link to that information on our website at clickondetroit.com. But just, I know.
I mean, nobody can imagine what she's gone through. It's amazing that she's even concerned.
Dude, this stupid computer. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I can hear myself. Yeah.
My bad, what you say?
I was just seeing if y'all could hear me, and I find it amazing that she cares about others
Yes.
still, and everything that she just like, wow. I wish there was so many more people like her out here, man. Wow. Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find this. I'm going to this thing. Do do do. Mm-hmm. Man, that shit just hit my soul. I don't know why that one just hit my soul like that, y'all. Mm. Oh, it's in this one. Watch later. Where's my watch later album? Nope. Sorry, y'all. Man.
The judge who ordered 3 kids to juvenile detention for refusing to have lunch with their father is now facing accusations of misconduct. Let's bring in Steve Garagiola. He's live with more on the complaint that has been filed by the State Judicial Tenure Commission. Steve?
Yeah, so this is a big deal. You know, circuit court judges make controversial decisions all the time, so it's not uncommon that one side or the other is angry after pretty much every decision. That just goes with the job. But this is really something different. This is not so much about a decision that Judge Gorsuch made, but things that she said and did on her way to a decision. The 2-count complaint says Gorsuch failed to act in a dignified and courteous manner and made misrepresentations of law and fact.
Today, I ordered you to talk like parents that have 3 children are supposed to.
According to the complaint, the oldest child told Gorsuch he did not want to speak to his father because he believed the father was violent, having witnessed him hit the boy's mother. According to the complaint, Gorsuch told the boy, "I ordered you to have a healthy relationship with your father. The court finds you in contempt." She had deputies handcuff the boy. During the then 13-year-old's contempt hearing, according to the complaint, Gorsuch told the boy he would live in Children's Village. She doubted he has a high IQ. He has no manners and was mentally messed up, and that he should research Charlie Manson and his cult because the boy had been brainwashed. Gorsuch also conducted a contempt hearing.
I really wish my camera would work right now. Man, my face. What?
Heck, you know.
What the fuck?
Hey, no.
This explains so fucking much. This is a Wayne County judge, folks. No, she didn't tell that boy. A 13-year-old boy took... What? Research who? Oh my gosh. Big M, what the fuck?
In my Don King voice. Only in America.
What the?
For the 9-year-old. According to the complaint, she told the child at that hearing, "You have a brain. You are not your big defiant brother who is living in jail. Do you want to live in jail? Do you want to have your birthdays in Children's Village? Do you like going to the bathroom in front of people?" An attorney for Gorsuch says in a statement, "We are extremely disappointed that the Judicial Tenure Commission..."
You know, I always said this. I remember the first time when I was like, I think it was in grade school, history class. I always fucking said, I was like, you know what? I would be in these history books today. Like, I wouldn't. Why do y'all have to wait to report it? Nobody in that courtroom, I would have stood the fuck up like, bitch, what the fuck are you, what did you just say? You are supposed to conduct yourself, my lady, in a certain manner. I don't give a fuck. She could arrest me for contempt. You gotta wait for the news. No, this is the problem. That is to the extravagant lengths. Can you imagine sitting in a courtroom hearing a judge say those fucking things? It's not like, oh, like, you know, a judge sitting there listening to a motherfucker commit perjury. This judge, wow. As a bailiff, I would have been like, I would have checked the shit out that judge in front of everybody. That's the problem. They are not above the program, folks.
Decided to proceed with a complaint. But we are looking forward to telling the whole story of this tragic case at a formal hearing. In the end, we are confident Judge Gorsica will be fully vindicated and the complaint against her will be dismissed.
I know you motherfucking lying. I know you lying. Wow. Should have fucking known. What's her name? Let me go write her name down. Lisa Grosky. Oh my goodness. Big M. That last name right there, I think that's the prosecutor in the London Timon case. That was the prosecutor, I think. Kim Cole. Salute, salute, salute. Dang, I think that I remember looking at the I had the subtitles on. That's why, you know, like my brain's like a photographic memory sometimes. And so that judge has the same last name, if I'm not mistaken, folks, as the prosecutor in Oakland County that is prosecuting Jalen and Charla Pendergrass. Wow. Charges dismissed. Wow. Disgusting.
$76 per hour. That's how much the average bookkeeping business owner makes, according to a recent survey by.
Tonight we have exclusive details on a twisted story involving murder for hire, revenge, and the killing of a teenager who knew too much. Police discovered the trail of the 2 victims and the 3 people responsible when a Jane Doe was found dead on the city's west side. 7 Action News reporter Jeff Vaughn joins us live tonight from Public Safety Headquarters. Jeff, this one is hard to believe.
It certainly is, Heather. Detroit police working on these crimes for months now. It started out as a murder case and it's turned into much, much more. That investigation ended Wednesday with 3 arrests.
This made-for-Hollywood story involves 5 people. 2 are dead and the other 3 in jail. The case involved Lakeisha Pete. Police say she hired someone to kill her husband. Then she, her son, and his half-sister killed a family friend who found out about the plot. Police got the first clues in August of last year when a body was found here on Fullerton near the Southfield Freeway by a man interested in buying the abandoned property. What he found was 18-year-old Laquita Logan, dead in the stairwell, stabbed and shot. The body near a blood-stained sheet, a blue tarp, and a knife. Sources tell 7 Action News Logan was killed because she knew Lakeisha Pete hired someone to kill her husband over a $1 million life insurance policy. Police will not release the name of Lakeisha's late husband or how he died, but he's dead, and so is Logan, who found out about the murder plot while living in Lakeisha's basement here on the west side. Lakeisha had help in killing the teenager. Police say her son Kenwan Pete and his half-sister Deja Gatewood all beat and stabbed Logan before she was shot in the head and then dumped right next door. With Logan out of the picture, the 3 were hoping to cash in on the dead man's new $1 million policy. But they had problems getting the insurance money. So police sources tell me Kenwan took over his father's business of dealing drugs.
Detectives tell me that this case was solved mainly through DNA and through confessions. Now, those 3 have charges pending. They most likely will include murder for hire.
Don't forget to say a plea deal, Shawty. Don't forget to tell the people that one. They'll be offered a plea. Wow. Like, wow. Money be making motherfuckers go crazy, y'all. A milli, a milli, a milli. The problem they probably had is they didn't have a fucking body, so that you couldn't get your money until the body was recovered, dumbasses.
It's wild my son know this story.
Oh, he does?
He went to school with the girl.
No way. Dang. See, again, we're going back in time. These are all closed cases, y'all. That's crazy. Tell him I said, condolences. Sorry. Yeah, Detroit
Yeah,
is
he was
wild.
like, he was cool. The daddy was a cool guy. He was a dope dealer, and they killed him.
Yeah, that's why. You see, look. They said they will not reveal his name or show his picture. And the son took over his business, and wouldn't you know? Cause Detroit don't like drug dealers, y'all. They do not. You deal drugs in Detroit, but you are getting the book thrown at you. But you see, you could unalive your first wife that's pregnant with your first kid and do 16 years, get out, and then do it again and kill 4 kids and get a minimum of 47. But you do one big drug crime, you're doing 30 plus. White boy Rick, prime example, and he worked for the Popo. And it was not even hard drugs, y'all. Come on. He got sentenced more time. Threw the fucking book at this boy. He was fucking a teenager.
He got more time because he told on the wrong people. He thought it was the right people, but it was the wrong people. When he started telling on them, he told on Coleman. He told on Coleman and Young. Oh, yes,
But look,
you're going
you
to
just
get
said it. He told on the wrong people. No, he told on the right people, but it was the wrong people.
The wrong people, yes.
If you know, you know what we trying to say. Yeah, crazy work. But if you go ahead, let me show you this story. This baby girl's still missing in Detroit. And her mother didn't even look for her. 15 years later, he's arrested for statutory rape. He was given 1.5 years. Kim Worthy, what y'all got going on? So again, welcome to Detroit. If you come to Detroit and try to make money with some rugs, cause they all involve money. It all, like the shorty, I don't fucking know. I don't know, but don't come here and sell. Don't try to be no kingpin in the D-ski, cause Kim Worthy will take you down and around through the motherfucking mud and throw away the key. But you can touch on some kids and probably leave on fucking probation, yo. This is Detroit.
Fire and drugs. Live in Detroit, Jeff Vaughn, 7 Action News. Heather.
I always say you can't manage what you can't see. Monday.com shows you the full picture like that.
A Macomb County man is accused in the deadly stabbing of his teenage brother. 24-year-old Nathan Land charged with homicide manslaughter, which is a 15-year felony. Police say stabbed his 19-year-old brother one time after the two had an altercation this past Sunday at a home on Millstone Pond Boulevard in Lenox Township. Land surrendered without incident, lodged now at the Macomb County Jail until his probable cause hearing, which is set for next week.
Kalisha Madden was just 26 years of age when she was last seen at the Sting Gentlemen's Club in Detroit, Michigan on November 28th of 2011 around 3 a.m. Kalisha worked at the Gentlemen's Club at the time. It has been reported that Kalisha got into a black truck or SUV with 3 black men, one of whom may have been on crutches and has never been heard from again. Kalisha's mom knew immediately something was very wrong and filed a missing persons report that same day. Kalisha is a mom to 6 children who would never leave her children behind willingly. So many questions, such as, who were the men? Why did they take her? Where did they go? And why hasn't anyone spoken up after all these years? 14 years to be exact. Someone knows something and is urged to contact the authorities.
A mama
Hold on, y'all. I gotta find this one. This is crazy, dude. We gotta get up out of here, Big M. Cause you know the chances, honestly, think about this, y'all, and I'm not even trying to be weird or nothing like this, but like really think about it. If you live in Detroit, the chances of this happening to you or your shorty is kind of fucking high. It's not like a 0.1 chance. Like, you know, the probability is probably over 50%, and that is concerning.
Yep.
When go ahead, Big M.
I see it. Yep. You're right. Hey, Kim Coles.
Yeah, like when, you go to Ypsilanti, the way, or Washtenaw County, the way they were crying over 14 unalivings in 1 year. Yeah, the chances of something like that's like point maybe 2, you know. But I'm saying here, yeah, it's over 50%. Your shorty could be jumping on the couch and having a good day, minding his business or hers, and be hit with a stray. This is real life. This is not a movie. This shit is real. It is real. It is happening. Give me 1 sec, y'all. Sorry. This broad. Big M, did you hear about that woman? I'm not doing it, but she developer who acts to her name is Nicole Curtis. She falls out because she used a racial slur. Did you see that shit?
No.
I'm gonna send it. I'll send you the link because I'm definitely not playing it on my channel. But yeah, people are crazy out here, yo. But again, it's always, you know, even Big M tells me this all the time, y'all. And my mom did, and my mom still tells me this shit. It's not about what they call you. It's about what you motherfucking answer to, y'all. Okay? Dang, where the fuck did I put these motherfuckers? I was half asleep when I was saving these videos. I don't know what, and I have like 5 albums. I don't know which one I put them in. I had 2 more I wanted to show y'all. This shit be crazy in Detroit, yo. Dang, that's crazy. Big M's son went to school with the lady. That's crazy. Small world, y'all.
Hey, my name's Evan. Kitchen assistant manager. I've been working at Sheetz for about 9.5 years. Stayed with the company for that long.
The opportunity to listen to the testimony of the medical examiner who testified that this child had over 50 injuries and they were at various stages of healing. The medical examiner also testified that it is highly unlikely that this child could have inflicted these wounds upon herself, even if she was clumsy. He indicated that this child had several impacts all over her head. In fact, there was hemorrhaging between the scalp and the bones of this child. I want to paint the picture of the nightmare that this child lived while she was in the care of these 2 defendants. The medical examiner testified that the injury to the child's pancreas occurred approximately 7 days prior to her death. He indicated that the injuries that this child has sustained, she would have been in a lot of pain to move around, would have deteriorated greatly prior to her death. The medical examiner went on to testify that any parent or guardian, and I am going to add a sidebar, in their right mind, would have known that this child was sick and needed medical attention. I also had the opportunity to review the very, very long DVDs that the prosecutor provided to me, and I almost thought I watch a lot of ID station, and I got confused because I thought I was watching the ID station. Mr. Thomas, you're a wonderful actor because you wanted this court to believe that a child was in your care who had suffered over 50 injuries to her body, that somehow you noticed that she was not breathing in the back seat of a car. You were driving 75 miles per hour, talking on the phone, and reaching back to the back seat to administer what you call CPR to this child. However, you loved her so much, you didn't take her to the hospital when you saw that she was not breathing in this car. Instead, you stopped by a job of the mother to pick her up so that she could take this child to the hospital. Unbelievable, but you are an incredible actor, and for that, you should get a standing ovation. Oh, but Miss Gordon, you're an even better actor, because on your interview, you pretended like you did not know that your child was being abused, either by you or the man that sat at home all day with your child while you worked and he did not. Isn't that unfortunate? You are responsible for your child. What was even more incredible is during your interview, you indicated that you were aware that your child sustained a head injury. However, you did not take her to the hospital because you had had some Moscato and some marijuana on you. Unbelievable. And so you took your child back home and waited another day. You are wholly responsible for what happened to your child. Therefore, I'm binding both of you over to the Wayne County 3rd Circuit Court. Your arraignment on the information will be February the 11th, 2015. Don't ask me anything about bond. I'm not entertaining it, and I wish you all the very best. And I'm really being.
Where did she go? But we need that judge back. Salute to her. Go ahead, Big M.
We need the judge from the 36th district to come over to the other court.
Oh, salute to that mother. She ate her ass up.
She like Judge Superior. All the good judges are there at the first court.
Did that on purpose.
That's the 3rd or whatever it is. I don't know.
It's the 36th. That's the 36th district. That's on Madison Street. All of them start there, and you get bounded over to the circuit court, which is the 3rd, which is on. It used to be Frank Murphy. They tore that nasty bitch down, and now it's on. It's called the Rusty Tussie on Russell Street.
Oh yeah, I get the course mixed up, the names. But yeah, they should get them off from there, from 36th district, to bound them over to the other to the 3rd one. For real.
Yeah, let's switch these judges out, because that judge right there, she said unbelievable, man. What'd you say?
She read them up and down and around and around.
Dog, I want to watch that shit again. That judge did her so. She said, "Look, but you're a great actor. What you do get is an outstanding man. Give her, man. That's her smart ass mouth. That judge." She said, "Don't even ask for bond, because I will not entertain it." Yeah, we need some more judges like. She said, "I will not entertain it." Then old girl starts crying at the end. Woo! Yeah, I like her. I like her. Dang. Look at Shawty's face. Look at her face. Girl, stiffen up that motherfucking upper lip.
Now she want to cry.
Right. What about that shorty crying? Man, you better stiffen that motherfucking lip. Man, Judge, she needs another ream out. That shit was awesome, y'all. That shit, man. Salute to you, Judge. Her name is Judge Shannon Holmes. Okay. Shannon Holmes, Judge. Honorable. Let me fix that. Shannon Holmes.
Being sarcastic.
The baby was 3 years old, and at the end, she said, I'm going to run it back a little bit, but she said, I was being sarcastic. This judge probably got fired after this shit, unfortunately, probably. But at least she, man, I'm going to go look her up and see if she's still in the, because salute to her.
Hi, I'm Amy. I am married to Larry.
Sergey.
Young women. Joining me now exclusively is Lois Brown, the mother of one of the kidnapped women, Abria Brown. Lois, first of all, my heart goes out to you. I know that you are living a nightmare. I know you're here because you want to find your daughter. So tell us, what do you think happened and why? Why do you think your daughter was targeted?
Well, what I think happened was that there was a jealous rage, and he couldn't control himself, and he was not thinking straight at all, and he took something out on two innocent young ladies that they did not deserve. My daughter, Abria Carol Brown, and Ashley Victoria Conway are innocent victims of a tragic situation that I cannot even explain. I can't comprehend how a person could even think in such a manner as to what he did to those two girls, to put them in the trunk of a car and kidnap them, let alone shoot at them in the first place. I cannot comprehend.
We're going to get to the rap sheets of these suspects in a second. But let's talk about sort of the face-off. Cops say Tuesday night there was a face-off of sorts between these two young women and these two alleged kidnappers, and then a third person turned himself in later because he was being sought. The two men allegedly offered these women, your daughter and your sister, we're going to get to the other woman in a second, $5,000 to keep secrets and not testify in an upcoming trial. Cops believe these two women said no thanks, which is the right thing to do, to a bribe to not testify. No thanks to that $5,000. And that's when a gun was allegedly placed to the head of one of the women. So I want to go back now to our exclusive interview. We've got Lois Brown, the mother of one of the kidnapped women, and we've got Latrina Conaway, the sister of the other kidnapped woman. Latrina, can you tell us what sparked this offer of a bribe? Wasn't there an incident a couple of weeks earlier where one of these suspects allegedly shot at one of the girls, and then that ended up being the case that they told them not to testify about? Tell us about that.
That is correct. Well, pretty much what you have indicated is actually what happened. Ashley and Abria refused not to accept the bribe, rightfully so, and to continue their proceedings with the police investigation. And this is what has led up to this particular.
Cheaters hate this website. A Spokeo name search may tell you who your partner is getting close to.
All 5 defendants sat quietly in the courtroom here at 31st District Court for day 1 of their preliminary hearing, as 2 witnesses took the stand in the murder case of 2 Hamtramck women. Best friends Ashley Conaway and Abria Brown went missing in late February. A month later, their bodies were found in a shallow grave in Detroit. 26-year-old Brandon Kane, 24-year-old Miguel Rodriguez, 24-year-old Reginald Brown, 19-year-old Jeremy Brown, and 25-year-old Brian Lee, all charged with first-degree murder. One witness described her relationship with Cain as, quote, friends with benefits during the time Cain was dating Conaway. She told the court he wanted to be with her.
What did Mr. Cain, and this is effort only against Mr. Cain, say to you or ask you about the state of your relationship?
When we was going to be together.
Okay. And in response to that, what did you tell him?
I said no, because you have Ashley.
Okay. And what did he say in response to that?
You don't have to worry about her no more.
Another witness told the court she saw defendant Reginald Brown covered in mud the day of the murder and overheard him talking to another defendant and his cousin, Jeremy Brown.
What did he say when he came in the house?
He said, clean his gun and get rid of the bullets.
Day 2 of the preliminary hearing will take place tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. In Hamtramck, Tara Edwards, 7 Action News.
Waiting for this day for I may be able to speak from my family and speak to you to say it is over for you and you shall retire and make your permanent residence at Michigan Department of Corrections.
You are truly the architect of death.
Outrage in the courtroom.
You're going to see how the judge punished 4 men for killing 2 best friends. This is the heartbreaking case involving the murders of Ashley Conaway and Abria Brown, both of them from Hamtramck.
And to hear that family member, oh my, it just grabs your heartstrings. 7 Action News reporter Smitha Kaloki was in court today when angry family members faced the convicted killers.
The fact that they shall spend the rest of their life in jail, it serves me no satisfaction. It does nothing to soothe the torment.
One after another, the families of Ashley Conaway and Abria Brown came face to face with the 4 men found guilty of taking away their young lives. 2 separate juries found Reginald Brown, his cousin Jeremy Brown, Brian Lee, and Brandon Cain guilty of murdering the Hamtramck women. Investigators say Cain was the ringleader. He tried to silence the women from testifying against him in an earlier shooting. He then orchestrated a plot to have them kidnapped, bound, tortured, and killed. In court, each man maintained his innocence, but Judge Vonda Evans scripted a grim play in which each played his own role.
I will continue to smile, keep my head up. I will not feel bad because I will be home one day.
That you were the merciless mercenary. A mercenary is a hired killer.
He will not be making statements pursuant to my advice for the purpose of protecting his appeal rights.
They say that blood makes you related, but loyalty makes you family. You had both. You followed your cousin Reginald Brown straight to the gates of hell.
I would first like to say that I am an innocent man. And to the jury members, I forgive them for the bad and wrong decision that they have made.
The court believes that your role amounted to being a disciple of destruction.
I haven't been defeated. And Yana can give me 1,000 years, and on my 999th year, my 11th month, my 29th day, 59th minute, and 59th second, I'm still continue to proclaim my innocence.
Reginald Brown, Jeremy Brown, and Brandon Cain were sentenced to life behind bars. Brian Lee got 45 to 80 years in prison, but it would be the words of family that would cut deepest.
The merciful said your reign as a merciless master is over. Your reign as a one who shall kill and destroy is over, Brandon Cain.
For a mother who will never see her daughter again, it was a bittersweet victory.
I feel rejoiced because justice was served, but I feel so salty because of the crime that was committed.
From Wayne County Circuit Court, Smitha Kaloki, 7 Action News.
Yo, I did not know. I didn't watch. That was the first time I watched that one. Damn, shout out to her, yo. And for them motherfucking men to stand right there, and how dare him say, I forgive the jury for the wrong. Man, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Shout out, because that would be me, man. I'm telling you, because, or, you know, it's either going to be for me, that, or I can't go. Period. I can't go, or that's what you're going to see. Fuck yeah. What the fuck? The fucking ego of those fucking men. I could spit on my computer screen right now. Disgusting. See what this broad had to say about it. No, you mean that's the only way you'll solve the case because your lazy ass ain't doing shit. Like, yeah, come on, folks. You're going to say you got into it and blame it on her? No, man, come on now. Come on, man. Yeah, that's them putting in work. Huh? Can you hear now? Oh man, hold on. My bad, y'all. Damn it.
Yourself and see if any money is owed to you.
They threw a bomb thing through the
Thank
window.
you,
She
Kim.
got
Sorry,
caught on
y'all.
fire. My brother got pictures of his baby. She got a bullet in her face. It was no accident.
The family and friends of 7-year-old Ayanna Jones want answers. The little girl was killed over the weekend during a police raid for a murder suspect in Detroit. Reports say officers charged into the home at 1 in the morning. Ayanna was asleep on the living room couch. A woman got into a scuffle with an officer, and his gun went off, shooting Ayanna in the head.
I'm always going to remember her through her mother and her brothers. It's just sad to see such a waste for no reason. They supposed to be trained for this type of stuff. They came in here and killed my baby. She was a good girl and everything.
We cannot undo what occurred this morning. All we can do is to pledge an open and full investigation and to support Ayanna's family in whatever way they may be willing to accept from us at this time.
Police say the shooting was accidental, but they are investigating the death and police involvement in the steps leading up to Ayanna's death. They arrested the murder suspect that they were initially looking for and the woman who fought with officers. To the Jones family, they are offering their condolences. Ed Donahue, The Associated Press.
Send your kids to school thinking they'll come back home.
And that's just one of the heartbreaking statements made today by the mother of Denina Gibson. Denina was 16 years old, a straight-A student at Fitzgerald High, when police say a classmate stabbed her to death in a classroom last month.
Coco McAvoy had a chance to speak with Dayana's mother. Coco, she fought back tears today to pay tribute to her daughter.
Yes, she really tried to stay strong, but it's been extremely difficult for Angelina Ford after losing her precious daughter. It's just senseless and painful. The pain Angelina Ford feels is indescribable.
Nobody will ever know my pain because my baby was taken for nothing.
Her 16-year-old daughter, Dayana, was stabbed to death by another student inside of Fitzgerald High School last month.
And unfortunately, my child was left unprotected somewhere she was supposed to be safe at. And I have to live that nightmare every day.
Dayana was a straight-A student with big dreams.
She just really wanted to make everything better. She wanted to be a computer engineer. She was a mentor. She helped everybody.
She had a glowing personality.
Bubbly, always smiling, always happy, just a joy.
Ford misses everything about her daughter.
Welcome back.
There's so many people out here hurting, y'all. So many.
Time is now 6:21, and news from around the Southeast. 2 girls in Mississippi stand charged in the murder of their own mother. The woman was found in her front yard drenched in blood on Friday. She was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Her family says she died after being shot and stabbed by her daughters, ages 12 and 14. Rosalind Anderson reports.
Stabbed in the back, the knife was still there.
12 and 14. Wow. Wow. This is in Mississippi, y'all. We done took it down to the MI, crickle, I, humpback, I.
Her back.
Robin Coney is devastated by the horrifying way her niece, 32-year-old Erica Nicole Hall, was killed. According to Pike County Coroner Jason Jones, Hall was stabbed multiple times in her upper torso and back, also suffering a gunshot wound to the chest. It happened at her mobile home at the intersection of Lawson Road and Magnolia Holmesville Road. Deputies arrested her 14 and 12-year-old daughters.
The girls, you know, they was like, when I drove up, they was like, TT, we didn't do this. And I was like, okay, if y'all didn't do it, where was y'all when the people that was doing it did it?
14-year-old Amariana Hall was charged as an adult with murder. The 12-year-old's name and charges are not being released. Family members tell us Hall was home alone with the 2 girls Friday night when an argument occurred.
It was her gun. It was in her car, so they had got it out. So I guess when they was doing all that to her, she was probably trying to get to her gun to fight for her life.
Hall is also the mother of a 16-year-old and a 1-year-old. Coroner Jones said an autopsy is scheduled for Tuesday morning. Amariana Hall is being held in the Pike County Jail on a $150,000 bond. Her preliminary hearing is set for January 22nd.
Did you see them little ass kids?
At noon, the 2 women charged in the murder of a 17-year-old Garden City High School student found out how long they're going to be spending behind bars this morning. But before they learned their sentence, they had to face the family of Reginald Robinson. Local 4's Coco McAvoy joining us live now from the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice this afternoon. And Coco, what was their sentence?
Good afternoon, Evrod. Both will spend more than 15 years behind bars. Sharnia McCoy and Erica Osborne both took a plea agreement, so they were sentenced according to that. But first, as you mentioned, they had to face the victim's mother.
I heard that, another plea, and I'm pretty sure Big M was with me, but if you all weren't, but we listened to a judge ream a man. He was accused of he said it was the worst worst pictures he's ever seen in his whole career. And he's scolding this man and said, I wish I could give you life, but I can't. Because you guys made an agreement. What?
This is case number 17-004155.
Sharnia McCoy and Erica Osborne appeared in court today to be sentenced for the murder of 17-year-old Reginald Robinson.
She's seen on surveillance video driving her blue Ford Explorer and doing a U-turn to put the car in a position where her passenger could take aim.
The shooting happened last February at a store on Detroit's west side. Police say Robinson laughed after someone made a comment about McCoy and Osborne's bodies. Then McCoy pulled up in an SUV outside of the store and Osborne pulled the trigger, killing Robinson. Robinson's mom first spoke to McCoy.
Every time I would close my eyes, I would see my son laying on that cold ground in a puddle of blood.
Then she let Osborne have it.
You are rotten to the core, and you are sickening to my stomach as well as the city. You should be under the jail.
Both McCoy and Osborne said a few words before sentencing.
I just wanted to make sure that the family knows that I am sorry. I apologize for my actions, whether you accept it or not, I apologize for my actions.
The two of them will now spend more than a decade behind bars for the senseless murder of a
the smirk and the kiss, the plea for me, it's these pleas, bro. And again, I'm telling y'all, they don't give a fuck what the family says. They don't care how you feel.
17-year-old boy who had a lot of talent and a bright future. And McCoy was sentenced to serve 16 to 40 years.
Here's to
16, a minimum of 16 years.
30 grams of protein in all your favorite flavors.
A crime scene in Detroit more horrifying than most because what happened inside this house unfolded in front of children as young as 5 and 1 years old. Even worse, the victims are the mothers of those two kids. A third man was also killed.
We're sitting over there smoking, doing what we normally do, yes. Do what we normally do, smoke, talk junk, laugh, hee hee ha ha, watching videos. I didn't expect nothing like this, though. I just don't even know.
Zalika Murray was in the house here on Coyle with the victims, Lauren Trotty, Curtis Clements, and India Coleman. That was just hours before the triple murder went down. She says there were no signs of trouble when she left.
I know I would have been there. I know that for a fact. If I would have stayed on my granddaddy's house, them the only people I talked to. So I know I would have been over there, and I just would not be here today.
Family and friends of the victims tell us that at some point in the night, a guy showed up and there was a fight.
I think they got into like an altercation or something, and he said that he was going to come back and kill him. So, I mean, that's what was being told to me.
One of the two female victims, Lauren Trotty, was apparently squatting here at the house and living with her daughter, Nyla.
She loved Nyla to death, so, you know, we did anything to help her and Nyla since they've been around. My mother practically was like her, she was like my mom's daughter.
And the shooter is still out there tonight. As for why the children were in the home for so long, well, at 6 tonight we'll explain, because neighbors say they called police last night when they heard the shots fired, and police are saying that there's an explanation as for why they were not here. We'll tell you what it is tonight at 6. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, I'm Tom Waite, 7 Action News.
I'll be damned. They always got a motherfucking explanation, huh, folks? They sure always got a fucking explanation. For every fucking mistake, they fucking do. By golly. So, we're going to end it with, may he rest in peace, y'all. Let's remember the
As we
Reverend.
mentioned at the top of the hour this morning, the world is mourning the loss of civil rights icon Reverend Jesse Jackson.
He died peacefully this morning, surrounded by his family. He was 84 years old. Fox's Mike Tobin takes a closer look at his life and his legacy.
Put your hands together for our leader, the Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson.
Civil rights leader, politician, and community activist Jesse Louis Jackson was born October 8, 1941 in Greenville, South Carolina. He met Jacqueline Lavinia Brown. They got married in 1962 and together had 5 children. At that time, in the early 60s, the country was in the throes of the civil rights movement.
Will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood? I have a dream.
Jackson says he was so inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King, he went to work for him and was with King when he was assassinated in 1968.
Actually succeeded Dr. King after King's assassination in 1968 as the premier leader of the civil rights movement. I never stopped serving.
In 1971, Jackson founded a group called People United to Save Humanity, or Operation Push. Jackson ran for the presidency in 1983, but lost the Democratic nomination to Walter Mondale. In a second try in '88, Jackson landed second place in the Democratic primaries, falling short to then Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis.
He played a significant role in the transition, to some extent, of the civil rights movement from protest to politics.
Around this time, the civil rights leader formed a group he named the Rainbow Coalition because it was made up of people from all races and ethnic backgrounds.
That is the unfinished business that I'm about, fighting for equal opportunity for all Americans and peace in the world.
But Jackson's reputation took a major hit in early 2001. A tabloid broke the news that the Reverend fathered a child out of wedlock with one of his aides, Karen Stanford. Some supporters were outraged, but several civil rights leaders spoke out in support of Jackson.
And Reverend Jackson will get up, brush himself off, and keep on marching. And we'll be marching right there with him. Congratulations.
Over the years, Jackson was recognized over and over again for his work on equal rights and efforts to help the less fortunate. He collected over 35 honorary degrees.
Reverend Jesse Jackson is just so special, not just to us, not just to our country, but to our world.
Supporters say in the last several decades, Jesse Jackson did more than anyone to move this country's civil rights agenda forward.
We now have the first African-American president. It would not have been possible if it were not for Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson.
I've sought to be a long-distance runner. I would like to be measured by my box score, not by the home run or the strikeout, but being a long-distance servant.
And Jackson's followers promised the movement will continue.
Hi, I'm Amy. I am married.
Rest in peace, Reverend Jesse Jackson, yo. He was there when Dr. Martin Luther King got assassinated. That's crazy work. He's been here for a long time. He did a lot of things, and, you know, a lot of people like to say it's Black History Month. I don't believe in that. Every fucking day, every month is Black History Month. I don't celebrate. I celebrate that shit all the time, not just in February. So, you know, I just had to put that out there. But may he rest in peace. We're going to end it like we always do. In my Winnie the Poohsky voice, y'all. You're smarter than you think. You're braver than you believe. And you're stronger than you seem. I feel it in my heart and soul every time, y'all. It's real, you know, real over here, y'all. It's all love over here, y'all. It's real smooth, cool, and true over here, y'all. Until next time, y'all be real smooth, cool, and true. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for yours truly in the biggest M I know, you know. Salute, salute, salute. Big M. Well, in my Big M voice, y'all. Peace.